In a field dim and smoky, Vices holds his glass. His eyes are bright and wary, not sure what's about to pass. The tortoise folk march slowly, armored shells upon their backs, while humans brandish swords and guns, ready for the attack. Vices chuckled down his whiskey, raised his glass high. Let's see who wins this mad affair, he mumbled with a sigh. Oh, the battle of Tortoise Farm, a clash of worlds so strange. Tortoises fighting humans, oh, who will win the day? The tortoises advance, their pace deliberate and slow, their ancient wisdom guiding them, hearts steady as they go. But the humans charge like thunder, fueled by their rage and pride. Their battle cries echo loudly across the countryside. Vices leaned back, with his eyes half closed, and he grinned. Life's a curious petting zoo, he whispered to the wind. Oh, the battle of Tortoise Farm, a clash of worlds so strange. Tortoises fighting humans, oh, who will win the day? The tortoises were forced backward, shells clashing in retreat, while humans pressed forward, the taste of victory so sweet. Vices chuckled softly, he drained his glass and sighed. Cheers to the absurdity of life, he chortled and cried.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, however good it feels. I'm just glad you're doing it here with me. Do you believe in magic? Because I certainly do. It was magic that I got that video thrown together exactly as it hit the top of the hour, and I had just enough time to upload it so as not to be ridiculously late. I like that song. I worked hard on that song. And speaking of working hard on things, it's the Aussie Overlord. What's up, brother?
Woo! Tortoise time.
It is. It's tortoise time. What was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? What was there?
Turtles on the half shell.
It's
Turtle
something
power.
time. Whatever. Dang it, my mind just went blank. Anyway, it's Hayden, everybody.
Apologies for being late.
No worries. You just missed the most awesome tortoise song ever. That's all.
Fair enough.
I worked hard on this one. It took me a while. It took me quite a long while to turtle power. Lol. Cowabunga. No. Anyway, doesn't matter. It was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Nintendo 64 game. I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. It's not important. It's pizza time. That's what I thought it was too. See, that's what I thought it was. It's pizza time. It was like every time you play the game, like, it's pizza time. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm just here. Oh, wait a minute. I need to push pause on this. I had the Jeremy's video going on in the background. All right, folks. It is, as we all know, it is tortoise time right here on Tortoise Farm, where the Battle of Tortoise Farm is playing out. Tortoises versus humans. We'll see how this goes. We got through Lynette's. No, we got through the direct examination of Jeremy. And what's going on here? This is a contempt of court hearing. Lynette is in the by Zoom. She's in the courtroom in Ohio regarding violation of the protective order that Jeremy has against Lynette. Mm-hmm. He alleges he's violated it by such things as showing up at the police station 2 minutes after he got there, not maintaining 10 and not maintaining 10 feet of space, things like that. And so the judge is now hearing the evidence regarding whether or not there has been a contempt of court. So we got through Jeremy's direct examination by his lawyer, and now it's Lynette's turn. It's Lynette's turn to cross-examine Jeremy Hales. She actually did. She managed to win a couple of objections yesterday, so it's not a completely lost cause. She's holding her own. Not really, but she as I said, she won. I think 2 objections yesterday. I think I counted 2 objections that were sustained. But
1.5. One of those was when the judge was very exasperated.
that could be it. Before we get there, though, Aussie Overlord, Mr. Hayden, how are you doing?
I can't complain. We just came off of a research stream, so thank you to everybody that came in on the what do you call it? The Jump Over Express, as I call it, the raid. We were looking at the Preston Lord case.
Yes, I saw that. What is that Preston Lord case?
So that was a teenager who, unfortunately, on 28th of October last year at a Halloween party, was jumped by what seems to be 7 other individuals ranging from the age of, I think it was 16 through to 20, all of whom are now facing first-degree murder and kidnapping charges.
Yikes.
He was beaten so badly that that night he went to hospital with critical injuries. 2 days later, he passed away in the hospital. So,
oh God.
Yeah, that one's going to be the police report itself is 1,000 pages because there were 250 individuals at that party at that time. And they have something like 600 different videos that they have to go through.
Wow. That's
So ironically, where there's been plenty of cases where there hasn't been enough video evidence, this time around there may be too much.
There may be too much, exactly.
If the allegations against one of the sets of parents, though, are true, I am absolutely disgusted. One of the parents managed to decide that it'd be a good idea allegedly, one of the parents decided it'd be a great idea to get their kid out of town to their $850,000 log cabin that was a few hours away and leave him there until such time as the injuries on his hands healed. Now, allegedly, this is the kid that threw the first punch and that actually did the murdering.
Wow. Okay. Well, that means parents might be charged as well.
Yeah. And so it's going to be an interesting one. From what I can gather from the research that we did, it does look like the case itself will probably take a couple of years to get to trial. But each one of the individuals has $1 million bond, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be sitting around in jail for a while.
They're not going anywhere. But wow, on that cheerful note, let's lighten the mood with a little Ohio courtroom proceeding. I was gonna say shenanigans, but court proceedings are never shenanigans. They're court proceedings. So, all right, we currently have how many people? We have 365 people here, 141 likes, more than 50%, as usual, haven't done your jobs. Come on, people. It's not like this is a new drill. You know what to do. Get down there and smash that like button. Smash it hard. Smash it only once or an odd number of times anyway. At least smash it an odd number of times. Just like Otter Creek, an odd number of times. And smash that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, I would be honored if you would do me that favor. Do me that kindness to give me warm, fuzzy feelings. Hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. You can just do it once and ignore it. And if you have already subscribed, YouTube has been up to some particularly nasty shenanigans in the last 24 hours. So, mass unsubscriptions. There's been mass chat problems, mass membership drops. Make sure you are still subscribed if you've already subscribed, because YouTube has been utter asshole today. See, it just let him turn his camera on.
I'm just checking whether or not this camera actually looks half decent or not.
It does.
Excellent. Yeah.
So
anyway, there were massive issues with YouTube. I mean, particularly during Megan's birthday stream earlier. It actually dropped from showing that there were like 1,100 people watching down to 23. I don't know what the hell was going on at
and Tug YouTube couldn't get back in. Tug got booted and he couldn't sign back in for like 3 hours. So just double check to make sure you're still subscribed to me, and make sure you are subscribed and or still subscribed to Aussie Overlord as well. Right there. Oh, that was Aussie Overlord. I'm sure he shortly will be putting links in the chat.
You know me too well.
And take our like and subscribe poll. 402 people here, 209 likes. Good. More than half of you have done your job. We're working those numbers up. It should be 400 just like that. Take our like and subscribe poll, which is nothing more than a silly, ridiculous reminder to you to hit that like and subscribe button. Who will win the Battle of Tortoise Farm? The tortoises will win. The humans will win. A peace treaty will be signed, or it will be mutually assured destruction.
I'm going to go with mutually assured destruction because it sounds like a reenactment of the Emu War, but at the same time, the tortoises have shells. So actually, you know what? It could be worse. It could be a bloodbath.
Could be. Could be. Mutually assured destruction is Hayden's. Because, unfortunately, when you get all Hatfields and McCoys with each other, when you get all family feudy and neighbors go a feuding, very, very often, no one really comes out the winner at the end. It's very possible for both sides to win certain battles and to ultimately lose the war. So let's hope this somehow gets resolved in a way that is amicable and peaceful for all parties involved. But I don't think that's going to happen during the Ohio court proceedings. So I'll stop pontificating and get something that rhymes with pontificating. I can only think of one, and it doesn't really rhyme with pontificating, but it ends with aiding at the end.
Montificating?
Yeah, exactly. All right. We're gonna share the screen here in this episode. All right, we've got our stick figures back again. This is the whatchamacallit with the what's it? It's the cross examination of Jeremy Hales by Lynette. And by the way, I did send out I did send out an invite to Megan Fox, but she got almost zero amount of sleep after streaming for hours and hours and hours for her birthday, and then 5 more hours over at Nick Recada's deal. So she's probably going to take a knee, but she's got a link. All right, with that out of the way, it's boys' night in Ohio. Let's go. And as soon as we get going, it looks like we're covering a little bit of his face. So we'll back it off just a bit. All right, we backed it off too far. Is that what you're doing? That's what I was doing. All right, that's what I was looking for. All right, kids and kidettes. Oh yeah, we've got the dogs loaded here. So we got both dogs. Yoda is right here. So let's get the emotional support potato pig dog cam unleashed as soon as possible while Yoda is still here. Looking forward to that. Getting them on the stream. We didn't get them on stream last night. It's been a bit. So super chat those dogs in. But this is not the Grifty stream. The Grifty stream happens on Friday. You do not want to miss Friday. Friday is F It Friday, where we just say F it. We have a huge panel of guests. I grift for as much of your super chat and membership money as possible. We have, and every $100 that comes in, we do a shot of extraordinarily premium whiskey, and it crushes my soul. Right now, we have in the lineup Nate the lawyer, Steph the altar nerd, LawTube Sean as potentially criminal, House of Flux, our very own Flux, Ari Jacob, Hayden from Aussie Overlord will be here. Jess from she's changed from Waifu Kron to Moxie Dame. Drex will be here. Lady Law 5791, MG Law, Nick Starro, and the 3 newest additions to the lineup are Danny on Direct, that Star Wars girl Anna, and the lovely comedian Lila Hart. And the list will continue to grow throughout tomorrow and Friday, and we will see you Friday at 8 for the Boozy Griftathon with my amazing panel of wonderful people. And Sonny or Chris, a very, very wonderful supporter of the channel. That is such a nice super chat. We're going to go back to giving you the ship's bell for that. It's doggo time. We are well on our way now. We're 1/5 of the way there, just like that, out of the gate. Thank you very much. Let's see how Lynette makes us all feel, because I'm feeling great, and I know Ozzy's feeling great because he was just talking about a horrific murder, and that always puts him in a good mood. Let's
Absolutely. go. I very much want to see that we can pull something from the jaws of. Just play the video.
How about if we play with volume? Would that be better? That would. And we have because her speaker system sucks. The court, not Lynette. This is not Lynette's fault this time. This is the court's deal. They don't have a speaker for her Zoom link. So, all right.
Just let me talk. Hold on. Hold on. My husband and I have a lot of problems. A lot. I can't talk about it. No.
Count how many times you can.
All right, I'm going to be right back because I forgot to
LIEnette's
drink.
Lies in this second part of her contempt of court hearing in Ohio from January 10th, 2024.
Ms. Preston, this is your opportunity to ask Mr. Hales any questions if you have them. This is not your opportunity to present your own testimony and evidence. And again, if I did not make myself clear initially, we are not going back and retrying the civil stalking protection order that was previously issued. We are only discussing issues that have been testified to here today. So you may proceed if you have any questions for Mr. Hales.
What kind of Lorax forgets his whiskey glass?
No clue.
Shame on me. All right. Because I need a drink with her. I just do. Let's go.
Mr. Hales, isn't it true that what you're doing is showing edited pictures of what is the truth and not showing the truth?
No.
When I pulled into the parking lot of the sheriff's department, was there a deputy outside directing us where to go?
No.
But directing us, came, talked to us, had a conversation with us, and did we or did we not move our vehicle to a very far away spot? As we had been going to park in the handicap spot, correct?
Can you please ask one single question at a time? So that
All right.
Okay, so that's Jeremy himself basically saying, objection compound.
Yeah. Basically. Now, see, this is like, shooting ducks in a barrel or fish in a pond or whatever the hell this I love mixing metaphors. It's fun. And I do it on purpose. I'm not as dumb as I look. Couldn't possibly be. That was horrific.
That took me a second.
Yeah, that was horrific. But I mean, she's not a lawyer, so we can't hold her to the same standard as lawyers.
Oh shit! She's appearing pro se.
Except she decided that she wanted to appear without a lawyer, which, as Hayden just freaked out about, is exactly what that means. When you attend court as your own lawyer, you are expected to have the same basic minimal competency that a reasonably proficient lawyer would have. You're supposed to know all of the rules of evidence. You're supposed to know all the rules the court has for submission of documents. You're supposed to know all of the ins and outs of what's going on. And she doesn't. So on the one hand, it's very, very easy to criticize her because she's not a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other hand, I have to do it. She's forcing me to do it because she's there in the role of a lawyer. And the long and short of that is that's some really crappy questions. The problem is, as we saw with Jeremy there, did you edit these videos? No. Next question. What a lawyer would do, a reasonably trained lawyer would do, would go, well, let's look at this video that I have prepared that contradicts what you have just said.
Yeah.
And
you do what you can to undermine and impeach what they've just said using evidence that you yourself provide that you've actually been allowed to submit, irrespective of what you say the court or the clerk has told you otherwise for.
Yeah, or if they don't have a video, an unedited video that controverts or contradicts what was just testified to, they don't pretend they do by saying, isn't this an edited video? Because it just allows the witness to go, nope.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you got? You got nothing after that. You've got nothing to fight back to the nope, wasn't me defense. So I'm
trying to think how she could have asked that question initially to at least cast some doubt. Mr. Hales, isn't it true that at various times you have edited footage of myself and Mr. Crook? Now he would have to say yes to that because he's shown edited footage on his channel before. So at the very least, she gets a mild win there. But everything after that is just.
But even if she does say that and he goes, no, she's not going to be able to prove that he did because she's not ready for it. So on the one hand, I've got frustration that she's pretending to be a lawyer, and then a little bit of sadness because it's like those big bad game hunters that go to Africa and they pay someone to put a lion inside of a small enclosure and then they shoot it and call themselves big bad hunter. So I do feel a little bit like the big bad African hunter that hunts the elephant that's tied to a tree.
Yes, I'm aware, Daily Quick Bites. I was trying to see how you could phrase the question so she could at least get a minor win, irrespective of how you twist it. And even that really wouldn't go in her favor.
No matter how you slice it, it comes up peanuts.
Pretty much.
As the old Snickers commercial used to go. All right. So now he's done the, as Hayden said, the objection compound question. Can we break this down into one question rather than 43? Don't make Judge Mommy mad. You wouldn't like her when she's mad.
That I can answer it appropriately.
Oh, she didn't stop talking during that whole thing. during his like 3 or 4 sentences, she just continued to talk. Oh no.
Can you please ask one single question at a time so that I can answer it appropriately?
He saw you, did I or did I not back up immediately to leave?
You went and parked right next to my vehicle and trailer. Then I got the Levy County Sheriff and the deputies. They made you remove yourself. You did not remove yourself.
Mr. Hales, is that not a direct lie?
No.
Video evidence is unbiased. It's impartial. So it can't lie. Let's flash back and see what happened the very first day we got back into Levy County, Florida. She's right there. This is who I have a civil protect.
Oh, so she is. She does have this amazing gladiator. For some reason I thought it would be gray. She's got a white gladiator that is parked in the handicap parking spot, and thereby forcing him to either. She doesn't have. Yes, she does. I think she has the protective. I don't know. I've lost the protective order timeline for Florida, but she's potentially
because of the
violating.
walkway. She's effectively forcing either himself to breach or for her to breach, depending on.
Yeah. Or both.
Unless you're going to walk on the grass around the hedges on the sheriff's property.
Yeah, and they'd probably arrest you for that because they're cops.
Protection order on. She's right there. She can't be within 500 feet of.
Oh, 500 feet. Okay, that's different.
Oh, there you go.
She needs to leave.
So I was just going to go to my vehicle. So now what do I do?
Just go up there and tell the girl that you need a deputy because the person that you have a thing with is here.
He's got a
You need to
thing.
take your vehicle, but you don't.
But I can't. Okay. You've got to be kidding me.
He's got a thing. Got a thing with that woman.
She's leaving. She by herself.
The lady I have a 500-foot civil protection order on is here. I can't get to my vehicle. So I need a deputy out there. All right, I'm going to go to my vehicle.
Maybe
Maybe wait
cops-
for the deputy.
Insane.
Yeah.
I need the key.
Yeah.
Is that Tina?
Maybe they're going to get the tranquilizer gun.
Oh wait, she's moved at this point. Oh, that was cut.
Oh, there she goes. Yeah. Unless it was while he was in there. I didn't notice a cut, but there could have been. I don't know.
She's at my vehicle right now.
Oh no shit! She moved to park next to the truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not good.
Right there with the trailer. She's parked right next to it.
And the helpful court clerk lady or your dispatcher, what I guess is the sheriff's office, probably dispatcher or secretary or whatever. She's looking around like, should I be nervous? Should I be nervous? Is this am I okay? Am I okay standing here?
Should I be armed?
Yes, she has a 500-foot
All right, well,
civil protection order.
Stop. Wait here. Let me go ask her to move so you can get your vehicle so we can leave.
Thank you.
No, stop.
Yeah, stop
Right.
moving, Jeremy.
Stop. No, stop. Okay, he stopped. Damn, I wish I had that Jeep.
Insanity.
Where would you drive that in the middle of Seoul?
I will say I actually wanted to get the Gladiator. I was waiting for a Gladiator, but they were delayed coming to Korea, and I needed to get my car, so I had to settle for a 4-door Wrangler Rubicon. And then, like 3 months after I bought that, they finally started getting the Gladiators in. And then I went, oh, they're $80,000. Never mind. I'm pretty glad I got this one. So yeah. That's my new goal. That's my goal for F It Friday. I want to get $80,000 in super chats so I can buy a Gladiator. I'll be dead from alcohol poisoning and won't be able to drive it, but hey, you know.
We'll be able to pour you into the gas tank.
Yeah. And
From the ethanol end.
and speaking of dying, Aussie Overlord's got something to announce here real quick.
Oh, yeah. I was going to wait. I put that up to remind me for later. But yes,
Oh.
people, this is officially my laugh, you lose hot sauce edition thumbnail. So Friday week. So not this Friday, next Friday, because I'm going to be boozing it up with Jeff this Friday. I am going to be letting my best mates tell some really horrifying jokes. And if I laugh, I'm taking swigs of progressively hotter hot sauce. Keep an eye out for the notification, people. But I just thought I'd debut the thumbnail here. So give it to the biggest audience possible, I suppose.
And speaking of giving it to people, let's get back to these two. That's going to be fun, by the way. Don't miss it. Oh, as long as I've stopped here, $2 towards a 2 wheels of Gladiator. Oh, thank you so much. That's currently going into the Doggo Cam Fund. We're something away from something. Oh, yeah, okay. We are $78
away. No, wait, $78 away.
$78 away from the emotional support potato pig dog cam.
I keep forgetting my dog is a cheap date compared to yours.
Yeah. But mine lick each other's butt on camera. So, speaking of which, stop that. Don't make me get my poking stick.
Oh.
Okay. As the closed caption says, insanity, not move hour. Wait, Stingy said to learn how to read. $2 towards
Gladiator, not two wheel Gladiator.
Did I say 2 wheel Gladiator? I read Hot Wheels Gladiator. I just said 2 wheels Gladiator. In my head, I still said Hot Wheels Gladiator. But I'm dumb.
No.
Wait, what?
You want the 2020 Gladiator or the 2022
Insanity.
Gladiator?
No.
Well, she did. She moved her car from one side of the parking lot to the other.
Well, to be fair though, because I mean, last night when we were looking at the different areas, and I did that Google view of where the car parks are outside that sheriff's office, there is a completely different car park she could have moved to. So her going over that side, she's still well within the 500 feet.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she did move from one side of the parking lot to the other, but he was standing on the first side and his vehicle is parked on the other side where she went. So she's technically correct, but not on a side of the parking lot where he or his vehicle wasn't. I think she was unintentionally clever.
Even a blind pig finds a truffle every now and then.
And Mr. Hales, can you prove where, if you see us following you from Ohio all the way to Florida? I don't watch the videos, so did I follow you?
Well, that's a
from
lie.
Ohio to know
Yeah.
that you'd be there?
I don't know where you were when you showed up.
So you're not aware, Mr. Hales, that I had just left the courthouse and the state attorney's
Objection,
office?
testify, and move to strike.
Sustained. So, ma'am, you cannot testify. You will be given an opportunity to testify under oath. This is your opportunity to ask Mr. Hales questions. Is there somebody whispering to you?
Oh no!
No.
Oh no! Oh no! John is there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! John didn't leave. We heard John talking at the end of last time. He didn't leave. He's still there. Oh no! She knows this. Even the Florida judge told her she can't. Whatever. No, it wasn't the Florida judge. It was his Florida lawyer telling him that during the deposition that she couldn't have someone there with her. So she's been told and told again.
I'm trying to.
Is there somebody whispering to you?
No. I'm trying to figure out what to ask him because
No, I'm trying to. That was good. No, I'm trying to figure out what to ask him.
ma'am, he's lying to you.
Ma-
He's presenting false information. And I don't know how you respond to
I love the judge.
You can almost feel the way that she's rubbing her temples. Just
that was a very long sigh. It's the bridge of sighs.
that's the voices in my head leaking out.
Miss
Objection,
Preston?
move to strike.
Miss Preston? Hold on. No, let me address what you just said. So,
Ubu,
this
sit.
court judges credibility. That is part of my job. That is part of my role. So I judge credibility. I get to determine, do I think Mr. Hales is telling me the truth? I get to determine, do I think you are telling me the truth? So, and I make that determination after I listen to all of the testimony and all of the evidence. So that is
All of the
my
people
job
with
to
you.
determine.
Okay.
Okay, that's being put over the judge's knee for a good spanking.
Yeah, except she doesn't understand.
Except she doesn't understand. Look at that judge making this all about her, like it's all her courtroom or things. But that's a good old fashioned spanking by the judge. Any lawyer would have been crawling into his little turtle shell there and apologizing profusely. And hopefully, well, the lawyer wouldn't have done that, so never mind. I thought it was the lawyer sighing. It sounded like the judge to me. Unless his lawyer has a very feminine sigh. But anyway, somebody was sighing. Judges like vodka. It doesn't smell too bad and it looks like water. Exactly. That's the purpose of vodka. The purpose of vodka is to make alcoholic fruit juice. And if you say vodka tastes terrible, it's because you got a bad one. Vodka should have no taste whatsoever.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. When you go, this vodka tastes bad. It is.
That's not vodka. That's
You
Rotko.
may ask your next.
I'm sorry, what?
I said that's not vodka. That's Rotko.
Yeah, paint thinner. Oh, Whizzy Wheels! Whizzy Wheels, get in the 5 pound right as we're getting ready to hit the play button. As a disabled person, hey, Whizzy Wheels, I get it. I like that. These people make me so mad. Not all of us are planks. We do work and do things for our community. We keep our homes clean and tidy. I'm not even buying the disability thing much at all on her. I think she's just stubborn, ignorant, and just kind of dumb. But yeah.
Ignorant.
Yes, you are exactly correct, Wizzy Wheels. And what a cute little puppers you got there. It looks like it's a corgi. I can't see clearly.
No, it's the jacket going over it. I can't tell. To me, it looks like a.
Doesn't have fluffy corgi ears.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It might be a Jack Russell. Anyway, it's a cute one, whatever it is. All right, back at it, folks. Thank you very, very much, Wizzy Wheels, for the very, very fine, very, very astute comment. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be a plank. And don't be a lazy welfare wombat. Says Just Cause.
Next question.
Mr. Hales, is there a full video of me walking into the post office?
Yes.
And does the video show that I look at Miss
George.
Yes.
directly in the face?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's look at the pause screen.
Now, okay, so is it? I don't know. I've never been here. Ozzy's been on the. He's been stalking everyone on Google Maps.
Right.
Is it a joint post office / sheriff's office?
That I couldn't tell you. I'll have a look.
They keep calling it a sheriff's office, and then they keep calling it the post office. So I'm thinking it's like a
wouldn't surprise
joint.
me because it does look like it's like the sheriff's office is connected to the courthouse, and if they've got all of the government stuff in the one building, that wouldn't surprise me given the size of the place.
But kudos to them for having something like that in such a small town. No, and everybody's saying no, different episode. Okay. Oh, all right. Two different places,
Cheers.
different episodes.
You saved me from Googling again. I appreciate it, chat. Didn't have to waste my time.
Thank you very much. Helpful members of the Hales community. Joe Pottinger, remember, for 2 months says Lynette's giving me a headache. Welcome to the crowd. Everybody's got doggos on their profiles today. It's dog profile day. And speaking of which, today, April 17th, for some reason, is International Bat Appreciation Day. So appreciate all the bats that are flying around eating all those pesky mosquitoes. Or Negan. Post office was a different incident than the sheriff's office. Okay. All right. So she's just switched gears and gone to the post office on his own. All right, that works.
Shot as LIEnette looks George directly square in the eyes.
And does the video show I parked right next to her vehicle and that I know that her vehicle's there?
Yes.
Let's look at the videos now, realizing that LIEnette literally parked right next to George's vehicle. This is a town of less than 100 people. Everybody knows what everybody drives, especially as LIEnette has identified our vehicles and legal documents. She tries to intimidate. She does intimidate. And then she goes out. If you look through the window in the videos, she's talking to another member of the community, Captain Dan. She does not remove herself, which she legally must do.
I didn't hear you. I know she knows what my car looks like.
Do you have anything?
Yes,
to
ma'am.
us that can go in here?
Yes, ma'am.
No rush. No rush.
George started videoing like this and then flipped it like this. So I had to splice it during the flip. That's why you see the little bit of a doink, a little bit of a pause. But it's all the same audio. I just flipped the video over. But there was another person actually in the post office filming, and you can see LIEnette in the beginning of George's video looks directly at George. And then you're going to see the second video of somebody else filming in the post office, seeing where George is and directly where LIEnette looked. And when LIEnette went outside, her vehicle is right next to George's. She's in the middle. George's is over here. Hers is over here. And then she says, "Oh, hi," to Captain Dan.
There's too many Dans, Mayor Dan, Captain Dan, Lieutenant Dan, and all the other Dans. But Ms. Amy Freeman says, this is crazy. Does anyone know why they started stalking each other? Allegedly, as the Hales lore goes, they moved from Ohio. She moved across the street, allegedly because she knew them and was trying to grift off of them to get some of that sweet Hales money. That's how the story goes. She tried to set up a donation box at a meet and greet they had for fans, allegedly again. Things like that were going on. So allegedly she moved in to grift from them. So that's the basic lore.
Hear it if you're really listening.
Yes, ma'am. No rush. No rush.
Okay. The video also shows you do not leave the post office. You talk to Captain Dan Shannon.
I guess I'll testify to that when I make my testimony, and I'll see the video. And then, is it not true, Mr. Hales, that when you say that you left your driveway and drove up the street, and John Cook was in the street, is it not true that Mr. Cook was on a walker with a wrapping all the way up to his crotch, walking down the street pulling a tape measure?
From my understanding, Mr. Cook was with a walker. I did not look at his leg.
Okay, so Mr. Cook had a walker and was walking down the street. Do you know how long John Cook had been on the street before you pulled out of your driveway?
No, I'm only aware that he should not have been on the street.
Mr. Hale, did you see him from when you pulled out and pulled onto the road? Did you see us down there in front of our house in the street? Before you drove down to our property?
Yes.
And is there not a driveway that you could have taken an exit onto the highway that makes it so you did not have to go in front of our house?
Civil protection order based from Ohio doesn't mean I change my lifestyle. I drive to my properties the way that I drive to my properties.
It's kind of fair enough.
Yeah.
If he gets the order, he doesn't have to change his lifestyle to make sure that he doesn't let her within the no-go sphere, the no man's land.
Yeah, because logically, if you were to do that, that would mean that someone taking out a protection order against, say, a family member or, an ex-spouse, something like that, that they would then, I don't know, have to extricate themselves and move out of the property just because they've got a protection order against someone. Logically, that's just unsound.
Yeah, and that's why when you see couples get restraining orders against each other, whoever is the subject of the restraining order, the judge says, go find somewhere else to live.
Yeah.
Now, Wizzy Wheel says, sorry.
I was just going to say, I covered a case, what was it, last week, of a guy that got into an argument with his 61-year-old roommate. He threw a piece of pizza dough at his head. Got charged with assault and battery with pizza dough. And the judge ordered him out of the apartment.
Wow. It's like Irma Bombeck said, when life gives you pizza dough, make a pizza. Wizzy Wheel says, my pup was a Jack Russell. We had to have her put to sleep a couple of months ago. She was 11. Oh, sorry to hear that. Good little puppers.
That's not what I asked. Is there another way that you could have left?
Doesn't matter.
And not drove in front of
Doesn't matter.
Property while we were outside working on our property?
I could have left my property, drove 100 miles, not went past your property, and still got to my destination.
Mr. Hales, can you answer the question, yes or no?
Yes, there are a million different ways.
See, now, again, there's been the allegations that she is very pro Jeremy. Not really. When he steps out of line, she gets on his case. There's an example of it. Tells her to answer yes or no, tells him to answer yes or no. She's a no-nonsense good judge.
I could have driven.
Thank you. Next question, please.
So all those things that you showed from the hard that you have somebody that is making this for you? They're cutting and pasting and putting things together?
So what?
No,
To give to the court?
no.
Irrelevant.
No.
I would also add it was not the heart of Otter Creek. It was
Standing in my trash. We're not going to promote her real Facebook page, nor are we going to promote her.
the new Facebook page that you created after you were given to civil protection order.
Mr. Hale. When did I create that page? Do you know? Are you aware?
What does this have to do with
I
anything?
can easily find out, given the time. Facebook will tell you the page creation date.
Mr. Hale.
I was gonna say.
When you say I made the one post that I did get to read, that says something about brandishing a gun, had you not posted a great big a meme on your community page?
A what? Did she just say posted a meme?
Yeah.
She didn't say meme. Lynette. Lynette.
It could be worse. I know people that say Memo.
A memo. How do you even get memo out of that?
No, it's in like a memo. Yeah.
Well, we call our grandmas memas sometimes, and nanas. Nanas and memas we got. But she said posted a meme. Yoink. Adara the Wholesome. May I have a toast to my grandma, Diana. She fought to the end, but passed last night, surrounded by family. She meant a lot to me, and she was a living saint.
Fuck, I just finished my drink.
I guess
Sorry.
that means you have to get another one, doesn't it? All right, hurry up. Well, while Ozzy gets a drink, we'll check things out here. Well, I don't have anything to check out. I closed that window. Okay, hurry up, Ozzy. Trying to open up my YouTube stream here again, my YouTube screen, my YouTube studio screen, so we can see exactly what's going on here. We have currently some people watching. We currently have 868 people watching and 465 likes. Make sure you get down there and smash that like button and subscribe button while you're at it. What have you got, Ozzy?
Drink? What, for a toast?
Yes, what kind of drink do you have?
Oh, it's Coke. It's the middle of the night. I gotta stay awake. I don't want to put myself to sleep just yet.
Oh, all right. Okay.
There's rum in it.
Okay, that'll do it. I hope your grandmother had a sense of humor. All right. I'm not good at toasts. I'm not a. I don't do lengthy quotes. To the quietude of your heart, we raise glasses to you in memory of grandmother's laughter, wisdom, and love. May you keep it always in your memory as she's journeyed beyond the earth. Welcome to the stars, and may the stars welcome you. Cheers, grandmother, and peace to all of you here with her.
You're not giving my eulogy.
That's keep that attitude up, and you'll have just as much warning as I did for this cheers. Keep that attitude up, it'll be an urgent need for one. All right. That was my impromptu. All right, let's get on. Let's get on with this. We've had sadness, we've had joy. I hope we're okay.
Of John Cook sitting on a chair And did you not post on that he was sitting there doing drugs and praying that he
No.
Let him answer let her finish the question, even though it was a ridiculously compound question.
I don't have any more questions. I just can't wait to present my evidence.
All right, thank you, Mr. Heller. Anything further?
No.
All right. I do have a question for Mr. Hales.
Oh, Judge has got questions.
Hales. The Florida protection order that we discussed in Exhibit E, what is the status of that?
So there have been 3 hearings thus far. There's a final hearing January 26th. Lynette Preston
Final.
has she has her deposition on the 16th. John Cook has a deposition on the 17th. At the end of the second hearing, there was no temporary injunction based on lack of evidence. After that, Lynette Preston filed supplemental information stating that my lawyer in Florida bribed her with information, which then forced the judge to put a temporary injunction order. So there is a temporary injunction based on that supplemental information until the final hearing.
I object to that.
Hold on, Ms. Preston. I asked the question.
Okay.
You can get-
She's objecting to the court's question. I like that. she's I object to your question. I'm pretty sure the judge gets to ask whatever question the judge wants to ask Lynette. And MG Law says, spoiler alert, that was not the final hearing. Exactly. We're still going on. Wizzy Wheels says, meet Butthead, aka Dee Dee. She was a rescue dog. Aw. Aw, that's cute. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. And hey, what's up, Butthead?
Give your own testimony when you give your testimony under oath. The objection is overruled. As far as I am continuing to question Mr. Hales. As far as the video from the post office, Mr. Hales, you have indicated that there is more to the video than what was shown. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. How long is the video?
It's not much longer than that. I supplied Eli with multiples because there were multiple witnesses and multiple people filming. So you see her park, you see her come in the door. She looks at George directly in the eyes. She goes to her
I like
box,
when he
she
does
goes
that.
out, and then she goes and talks to Captain Dan Shannon. I don't know which one Eli actually presented, but from what I saw from the beginning, it's not the longest one.
Okay. Were you present during that incident at the post office?
No, I was here in Ohio.
Seems you need to
But I do
authenticate
have
that
copies
video.
of the full video footage.
Mr. Heller, any follow-up questions based on what I've asked?
No.
All right. Ms. Preston, any follow-up questions to Mr. Hales solely based on what I have asked?
No.
Okay. Mr. Heller, do you have any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor, we'll rest.
Okay. So, Ms. Preston, this is your opportunity to present your testimony and evidence. Mr. Heller, can you stop screen sharing, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh dear.
Oh, holy crap. He just rested and we've still got 45 minutes. Oh, this is going to be painful.
Oh, we still have this plus another episode, apparently. So apparently this doesn't, at least there's another video about something that follows this one immediately. So I'm guessing this doesn't get resolved in the next 45 minutes. Lordy. Just buckle up, people. We're going for it.
Before we get into her evidence in chief, I suppose, I did pull up the Google Street View of the post office that they're talking about. It is freaking tiny.
Oh, that's cute.
You can
Looks like it used to be a restaurant.
That's what I was thinking. Or a self-serve petrol station or something like that, because it looks like there's a drive-through area. So I'm just sitting there thinking, based on where George was parked, she had to know.
Yeah. It looks like you can put like 4 people inside that building. So yeah. Used to be a gas station, says Southern Red Sox girl.
There you go.
Everybody knows the lore. Damn, everybody's like, yeah, it used to be a gas station. That's some pretty damn deep lore you guys know about that town. If you know what the post office used to be, I think y'all need to get out and get some fresh air. If you're knowing like the extensive history of various plots of land in Levy Creek, in Levy County, in Otter Creek, that's a little too much lore. People, breathe, touch some grass, as the kids say. But thanks for telling me that information. Oh, just watch the daily videos. Okay.
News alert. The following hearing will be in 2026 after LIEnette completes her testimony.
All right. We shall kick the... I hope this doesn't kick you from the studio. I'm trying to shut your window here. Okay, you can do that.
Yeah. All you had to do was ask.
All right. We'll watch a little bit. We got 904 peeps here now. Cool, folks. We'll watch a little bit more, then we'll take a breather. Or should we just... Okay, let's get the midstream grift out of the way now, so we don't have to interrupt her, because we don't want it to go any longer than it already is. Because now people in the chat are starting to say, "You talk too much. Push the play." This is a commentary channel, people. We comment on things. We have a witty time. As I was saying, we have now 889 people watching. Oh, somebody left. 889 people watching, 546 likes. 300 of you need to get down there and hit that like button. Do that right now. Smash that like button so that we're all healthy, happy, and glad to be here and sharing our insights in chat. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. That would just make me all warm and fuzzy. Please do me that honor. I would be grateful to you forever. You just have to do it once, and then you can forget about it until I remind you that if you are subscribed, just double check to make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube is up to some shenanigans and some effery, because they're having some major problems in the past 24 hours. So get down there, check that out, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, take our like and subscribe poll. Today is who will win the Battle of Tortoise Farm? 9% of you say the humans will win. 7% of you say a peace treaty will be signed. 30% of you say the tortoises are going to win. And 53% of you say this is just going to be mutually assured destruction. So let's see what your opinion is. We'll check in on you at the end of the day to see where we all ended up. And right, Ozzy, give us your deal.
Aussie Overlord, attorney from Melbourne, Australia. I basically try and bring you the court cases and the news articles that do not get enough attention. For example, I was just looking at the Preston Lord murder trial. 7 individuals all charged with first-degree murder. We'll see exactly where that goes. Other cases that we've covered recently, a gentleman tried to rob a service station, petrol station, gas station, whatever you want to call it, with a 5-foot snake. Turned out it was more like a 3-foot snake. But in the morning, we have...
Men always exaggerate about the size of their snakes.
Basically.
Yeah.
In the morning, my time, so the evening show, we've got a cop that's just gotten $23.5 million for being beaten up while he was an undercover cop by other officers, which I thought, fair. And as I said before, coming up, we've got the Laugh You Lose, and on the 22nd or the 21st, depending, whichever one is not the Effort Friday day, I've got a Pay It Forward stream where I'm inviting a bunch of smaller channels to riff themselves, basically, and get some exposure.
That's very, very noble of you. You're a good man.
It's also about meeting new people and sort of branching out and getting new guests. So I get something out of it. They get something out of it.
New people like Wizzy Wheels, who's the newest member of the Clean and Sober crew. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. And may you and Butthead have a happy life together. Thank you so much for joining and becoming the newest member. That adds 5 more to the pot. And we are now exactly halfway to Doggo Can. Cool. Joanne C. JoJo's Adventure. Love y'all's humor. Always get a giggle. Just a giggle? Oh, hey, I'll take a giggle. I'll take a giggle over a spitwad in the eye any day of the week. Thank you so much. Mr. K, not to be confused with the person I confuse him with often, realized we're sharing pet pictures, so I thought I'd join in. Oh, look at that young cutie. What a fine specimen of doggo hood. And Teddy O'Hearn. Teddy O'Hearn. Teddy O'Hearn. Come on. I love the commentary. That's what I'm here for. Well, thank you. Thank you very, very
Thank God
much.
for that, because I don't plan on shutting up.
I didn't expect you would. Island with the $2. I never get unsubscribed. You're stuck with me. Oh, that you know what? We love you, Island. If there was someone I was going to be stuck with, you would certainly be at or incredibly near the top of the list. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm happy and proud to be stuck with you. There's a good Alice Cooper song about having relations with a corpse from the freezer. It says, "Cold Ethel, I'm stuck on you."
Oh.
And Sonny Chris gifted 10 Legal Vices memberships. That has brought us to the show, that point in the show that we call
Release the Hounds,
where we release the hounds, the emotional support, potato, pig dog, loaf of bread, doggo cam thing. There we are. That's the back of Strawberry's head. What's up, Strawberry? Now you know you're on camera, huh? Here, we'll turn the camera a little bit for you there, buddy. There you go. This, for those of you that don't know, this is the oldie dog Strawberry, Dargi in Korean. Yoda, her brother, has just effed off and gone to sleep on the sofa. So we've got Strawberry here with us this evening with her chew toy and her ball. All right, there we are. That's what you've unleashed, which resets the clock and gets us to the next $100 that comes in. We've got two things. The next one that gets us this punishment / victory shot of the world's worst Korean whiskey. In fact, it's the only Korean whiskey. So at the same time, it's also the best Korean whiskey. But we have a new thing. If those of you that don't know, Korea has soju. It's sort of like Korean sake. It's Korean, basically distilled rice beverage, like rice wine. It's usually 17%. My British friend that runs the great Gorilla Brewing company here in Busan makes some amazing. I don't like beer, and I love all of his beers. He recently took over a soju bottling company and started producing his own soju, the 40% soju Heichi. So it's like almost 3 times the usual amount of alcohol in soju, but that's really good. So I think that'll be our $300 bonus shot. Anyway, let's get on with it. Buddha Berry says $2. We're doing pupper picks. Yeah, when are you going to show yours? See what I did there? Love you, Buddha Berries. You're the best.
See, I was going to make a joke about her puppies, but then you had to do the and pull me off.
We can still talk about Buddha Berry's puppies.
Maybe later.
Okay. All right. Before people hate us too much, I think it's time to get back into the show here. That's the midstream grift, everybody. Don't forget to come in tomorrow for the. We'll do it later. Never mind. Let's just get on with this.
Probably for the best.
We lost 50 people to Adora shenanigans. So let's go.
And any testimony or evidence that you would like to give, if you'll raise your right hand, please, I'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalty of law?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Ms. Preston, I'm going to warn you, I do not know, nor do I have any control over what may or may not happen by Florida law enforcement. I will tell you that anything you are saying here is under oath and is on the record and could potentially be used against you if there are criminal proceedings that are brought in a different court or jurisdiction. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
The judge is literally
The
telling
tale of
LIEnette,
two
you're a
whiskeys.
pathological liar. You habitually have lied in my courtroom. I know you're a liar. Everything you are saying is under oath and can and will. She's telling her he is going to use this against you in court. And we are, but we're the least of her concerns. I mean, Madam Mayor and Brett can go after her for defamation and Crook. My lawyer, Mark Feather, can go after her own family. And what
Proceed today.
Jeremy, you talk.
Yes, ma'am.
You talk too long, Jeremy. Have to skip through you there.
I do.
And you still want to
We're
proceed
married
today and
now.
give your testimony?
Yes, I do.
You may proceed.
First, I would like to show the court I am not being prosecuted by the the state's attorney's office in any way, shape, or form. Matter of
Okay.
fact, we are working with them and with a detective, I can't borrow,
Bowers.
I'm going to caution Mr. Hales, as I did Ms. Preston, please do not interrupt. Ms. Preston, please proceed.
It's amazing to me how she doesn't even know the names of the detectives, the deputies, or anybody, but we do because we've sat down and we've.
It's because you're educated.
Detective LIEnette, the other 4 weeks, these two will both be arrested.
We are working with them. Mr. Hales has violated the order of protection that I have 5 times and then it is listed as charged and I can show the court that.
Objection relevance.
I'll try to make it as
Thank
big as
you.
I can make it, but I don't know how to get
Oh,
that.
Judge, she's still talking.
So, ma'am, I am not going to admit evidence that you are showing to me on your phone. This
12:22.
And she's not even listening. The judge is saying, "No, shut up. Your phone screen is not evidence." And she's just. And see, look at that. I like Ozzy. Just getting ready to jump on the judge, and then the judge steps in, saves him from ranting.
She, like most women, she could have gotten there a little bit faster.
Good night, everybody.
He violated the order on 12/31. He violated the order on 12.
Well, this isn't about him violating stuff. This is about you violating stuff.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you. Mr. Heller had made an objection, and I did not rule on that objection. Mr. Heller, your objection was based on what?
I object on relevance.
Yes.
Any violations of the protection order against Mr. Hales by Ms. Preston in Florida do not go to the issue of whether or not Ms. Preston has committed contempt by violating this order here before the court. So anything that is a matter of that court and that protection order is not relevant to this here.
Absolutely.
Okay, I am going to sustain that objection. I do not want to hear violations, alleged violations, or violations of Mr. Hales of any protection order from Florida. I am solely concerned with the protection order that Mr. Hales has against you, Ms. Preston, and the motion for contempt that he has filed.
And just so we're all on the same page, she's alleging, she's saying he violated, but the state attorney says
But
no,
it's
never
irrelevant. So I'm skipping
any
you.
charges.
Sorry.
On as far as the John, I have a video. Am I allowed to show the video of John walking down the road and Jeremy pulling up? I actually was on the phone with him.
Sorry, Higgles. Wait until you see a titty ball stream.
At the time, and she heard it. She heard me say, "Oh my God, he's coming up a camera out the window," and I had to hand over. I have to go. I have to film this.
Oh my
So
God, Becky.
I actually filmed the whole thing, and I have the video of what happened with Mr. Hales and John Cook on the road. There's no way Mr. Cook could have left the road. Mr. Hales could have went out the other way and did not have to come in front of our house to leave his property. We had been out there 35 minutes. We had a neighbor as a witness, Tina, who sold.
As neighbor is my witness.
In the car sitting right there. And I have the video, and I would like to show that first of all to the court. I have a whole video of what happened. It's not very long.
Mr. Heller, I am inclined to.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing. I can't click on it. Boosh says, house is a bit of a stretch.
He's not wrong.
Oh, no.
Not allow the video. I have to admit I am torn.
Really?
There is a part of this. Just let me talk, please. Give me a minute.
Wow, see, this is the judge actually expressing interest in what she's doing. actually doing something that I don't know what she's torn about. I would say no, because it's not properly introduced, but you know, she's much nicer than I am apparently, but she's actually trying to decide whether or not to agree with Lynette, and then Lynette pisses her off. Oh my. Don't Flux, she's in favor of you. Shut up. There, you'd be surprised how many times in court people talk themselves out of wins.
Oh yeah.
So I am inclined, I am torn. Part of me wants to see the video and then allow Ms. Preston the opportunity to submit that on a jump drive to the court within a certain period of time. Alternatively, I cannot permit her to show the video.
Your Honor, I actually will object to the video. We have the same video from Mr. Hale's perspective that is going to be played in Mr. Cook's hearing, as it's more relevant there.
World's dumbest criminals? Absolutely. Literally wanting to give the same video evidence that incriminates them that we're using to incriminate them.
Well, that wouldn't be very smart.
But I won't object if it's being played.
Fine. Ms. Preston, I am going to allow you to play that video. However, in order for the court to take it in as evidence, the court must receive that video on a jump drive or some sort of disk drive that I can take and keep it as evidence. So I will give you a deadline to do that. So with the understanding that if you do not submit that evidence to the court in a timely manner, then the court will strike it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Show the video.
I want to see the video.
I can't see it. Please put
Neither
it up
can we,
so I
Your
can
Honor.
see the whole thing, please.
I have to figure out how to start it over. We go out of it and see if that'll start it over. What do I need to do? Turn it sideways?
Oh, that was interesting. So apparently this is what Jeremy was saying, that it's already the video they have. She's allowing it. Why don't we just play it from our jump drive? So she is playing something that may not be particularly favorable to her. All right.
I couldn't see it at all. I basically could see a half of your phone. So you need to center your phone in the screen. There you go. Thank you.
I need to start it again.
Hmm. Sonny or Chris, member for 17 months, says best and worst whiskeys at the same time. That's like me being the valedictorian of my homeroom class, my homeschool class. Oh, yeah, you're right. Homeschool class. I ruined it again.
Mr. Hales is already gone. Yeah. We already going away by then.
Just let me see the video.
The lady from Akron's on the phone.
Okay, thank you. So we will mark that as Preston Exhibit A. And ma'am, I will expect that to be submitted to the court no later than January 16th.
Okay.
Proceed.
See if I have the post office video. We had it on here. Let's see if I do have it on here.
The court gave me an inch. Now I'm going to take a mile.
And the post office video, ma'am, in court he said he was going to Ohio. I've never known Mr. Hales to go anywhere without her.
This is the same woman under oath that said she doesn't watch any of my videos and doesn't stalk me, but seems to know that I don't go anywhere without her. I go.
That's what I was just gonna say. Oh, sorry. That was. Oh no! Those are awkward pauses. Wow. We need to have like an awkward.
Bush just said.
I said we need to have like an awkward pause off. Who is it? Does Lynette or Jeremy have more awkward pause faces? Right. Never mind, Fox. I mean, never mind, Bush. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I was going to say. That was always. I'm not stalking them. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where they are.
Know when they were in a specific time. I just know exactly where they were at a specific point in time. That doesn't make me stalkerish.
And that she doesn't. But then she suddenly knows that he never goes anywhere without George. So a little bit of a self-own there.
In front of the post office, at the far left of the building when you're looking at it, there is a handicap spot. I pulled in the spot. John and I have been, John's leg is bad. He's just had a replacement, a knee replacement.
He just had his leg replaced.
We wanted to get in, get out. I pulled into the handicap spot. The car that was there, that I never saw her car. Her car wasn't there. John and I pulled in. I jumped out of the vehicle, went into the post office. I never even looked left where they were supposedly standing inside a closed door.
I don't know. We've seen a picture of you looking left right at them.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, she was on the way out, so she looked right.
Stopped to talk to Dan. Dan said hi. I didn't really realize who he was. John looked at me and he said, "Isn't that Diana West's car?" Which is Jeremy's employee. I said, "I don't know. All I can see is the boot of the car. I can only see the trunk. I can't see the trunk open. I can't see the car." He got in the car and we left. It was totally a fluke incident. I would never have went in there, and I know that she was in there because we are doing everything we can not to violate any orders.
I don't really think you are.
I call
Yeah,
bullshit.
like showing up to a town hall meeting, violating the order for an hour and a half, parking your vehicle right by the door, blocking the way, and the list can go on and on and on.
We're the ones that are afraid of the Hales. His fans have escalated and escalated and escalated. And I do have...
They're escalators.
Or a picture when he said about the brandishing of a gun and that whole statement from that. I have pictures on what Mr. Hales had posted that made me say that. The only thing that I do sometimes on the Heart of Otter Creek is defend myself to his fans because the fans are as dangerous as he is. So
it's her page.
Those things that he showed are not on my Heart of Otter Creek. Those are things that he has a man that bits and pieces, puts together, copies and pastes things, and alleges that I did them, and I did not. He's done the same thing to the sheriff's department in Levy County, and they are defending us. We're working with State's Attorney, Mr. Owens, and he is helping us. He has guided us to get with Detective.
What on earth is she talking about?
I think
You lost
that's
me.
his name. I'm not sure the pronunciation of it. But we are waiting on a meeting with him right now to help us. They are looking at an aggravated stalking charge on Mr. Hales.
Objection, move to strike.
Sustained.
Yeah.
They are looking at an aggravated
Objection,
No,
move to
stop.
strike.
on him.
Hold on, Miss Preston, I have sustained because you are telling me what somebody else told you. If you want that person to testify to that, that person needs to be here in court. Please proceed. Hold on
Oh
one
no,
second.
she's gonna call the cops again. If you remember from yesterday, or when most of you have seen it previously, the last time the judge said, well, if you want someone to talk about this, you need to have them in court. She promptly called the sheriff's office on her telephone in the middle of the hearing to say, I need someone, I need a deputy to come and testify as to what happened. So apparently she's doing that again, I would guess. I would like to think she learned her lesson and is not actually going to call somebody again.
Oh, I think she'll have learned her lesson just enough that we hear John in the background dialing the phone.
Yeah.
I am opening up the door to this hearing room to hopefully allow some more air.
The judge is getting that aggravated. She's getting hold onto the collar and has to open the door. That's fine.
She's getting the vapors.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
She's gonna swoon.
All right, thank you. We are opening up some doors. We not only have had technology issues today, but clearly we are having some heating. and
Your
cooling
Honor, he
issues
opened
as
the
well.
door.
Ms. Preston, proceed.
Mr. Hales continues to say that there is, that there's not a GPO. There is in fact a GPO. Still, right now, they, but I want to be able to show you, if I have to find it, there is so many. Part of anything that I've said is in reference to, these are the things that are being posted about us by Mr. Hales.
Okay, I
I'm
cannot.
going to object to that, Your Honor.
Yeah, I cannot see what you are trying to show me, and
It's Mr. Cook.
No, Lynette.
Do not describe it. It's
When
not
someone
going-
exactly, and when someone says "and," that means they're going to continue talking.
Uh-huh.
So shut up. That's the annoying thing. It's weird. This is her own testimony. This is her own time. This is her making her arguments, and somehow she still can't keep her mouth shut, and she sort of in a way is interrupting herself, which takes a certain special skill. I am really confused as to what she's talking about.
Well, standing next to our tin X, dressed up like a pig. And these are all of the memes that are put on Mr. Hales' page.
Not the memes! Stop the memes! The memes are everywhere.
Leave Mimi alone.
In the world, as he continues
It's all about
to
me.
post these horrible things about us, pictures of us. Here's one that says,
Sorry, that struck me as really funny. He's spreading all these horrible things about us, or pictures. like the pictures are just like horrible. She's spreading horrible pictures. Our horrible pictures. We're horrible. I just like he's spreading horrible things about us. Our pictures.
He got me from the wrong angle.
She didn't even say that. She's just like the pictures, just pictures of us are horrible in and of themselves. They're inherently terrible because they're of us. And he's spreading them. Oh, Lord.
that he hired a private investigator to follow Dawn and I. He's submitting information about it. That's another thing that has been done against us.
okay,
I'm going to
ma'am.
object to that as
So-
well, Your Honor.
Hold on. Sustained. So I did allow the video because it was relevant to the motion for contempt that Mr.
I
Hales
like that. I
had
object.
filed with
Well,
this court.
stand in line,
But I am
buddy.
not going to allow the submission of the additional evidence that is not relevant to this proceeding.
I have the video of the court of the post office incident. If I'm allowed to play it.
You may play it. I will give you this.
Including her-
Oh my God! Shut up!
I will give you the same opportunity to play that video because it is relevant to this proceeding. You must submit that as Preston Exhibit B to the court no later than January 16th. Go. Hold on. So you're not showing me a video from the post office.
What the hell is that?
Hold on. What you just showed me was a video, apparently, that Mr. Hales posted, correct?
I know you're just as shocked as the judge. LIEnette,
she's in
how
confidence.
stupid can you be?
Very.
It's his own video, but it's not. So I got it. Now my phone's bringing up some crazy crap.
Okay. So the video,
Crazy crap.
He shows it here in a minute.
Wow, so we're watching a video of the court watching a video of Lynette watching a video of watching a video. That's some Inception level video shit going on right now, people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It's like five degrees of video.
Let me try and see if I can. He's gonna show it, but he has to show his bird first, and then he shows the video.
Okay,
No,
how
I'm gonna object to this now.
sustained. Move on.
And clearly see, I did not vote.
Sustained. Move on. I'm not just going to sit and watch whatever it is that you're trying to show me. So you may continue making your statements. Please stop showing the video.
That's a good point. I don't watch his videos, and yet my phone keeps showing random videos from him.
Right here now.
It's almost as if the algorithm's ratting her out.
I like how the judge just like, it's objection sustained. Stop the video. Sustained. Stop the video. Stop the video. Oh, whatever. Just fucking whatever. The judge just gives up and lets the video get played. It's like, all right, whatever.
To be fair, there's been a sustained objection. She should have muted her.
See, I never looked. So the video itself, if you'll see once I send it to you, and you can see it, not once did I look left to do that for where Miss Curl was.
Hold on. Let me be clear. You did not show me a video that you took from the post office that was different than the video that Mr. Hales admitted as evidence. Okay, but the only thing you showed me right now was Mr. Hales' post. Hold on. Let me finish. The only thing you showed me right now was Mr. Hales' live stream or post or whatever it was, which included a video. That is the only thing that you can show me to submit as evidence. So you can submit that video that you just showed me if you want that to be considered your Exhibit B. Do not send me anything else unless you have shown it to us all here in court right now. Am I clear? Fine. Move on.
Strawberry's been in the trash bin again.
So
On the table.
meeting up with him at the sheriff's department. We had been at the courtroom. We had just left the courthouse the day that we ran into them at the sheriff's department. As we drove in, and I went to park into the handicap parking spot, I saw, I think him and her walked out. Instantly, John and I said, uh-oh, that's not good. He backed out. We had just been at the inside the courtroom to the clerk of court.
Oh my God, what is she talking about?
No clue.
She's been talking for 5 minutes, and I don't have the slightest clue what she's on about.
It doesn't help that the audio is not clear, but at the same time, she's just... It's like arguing with my 5-year-old. When I tell her no, and she still comes back with some random-ass excuse as to why she should still get her own way.
Yeah. And then just pretends you're not even talking.
Yep, or that I didn't say what I said, or... Yeah.
She is so weird. Oh my God. Like, honestly, I don't know what she's been going on about for the last 5 minutes. Not a clue. If you put readjust doggo camera, if you put a gun to my head and said, tell me, summarize the last 5 minutes of what Lynette has said, you'd have to pull the trigger. Yeah, I'd be gone. Something about a video, something about showing something about a post office and looking left. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, okay. What I gather is that she was supposed to be showing some sort of video that would prove that she did not interact with them at the post office. What she wound up showing was a video that Jeremy already has on the What the Hell's channel. And then she was going, and she said to the court she was going to submit further videos. And that's when the judge got pissy, saying you're not allowed to submit anything else but the video that you've already shown during this hearing to the court because we're not accepting it as evidence.
Poor Lynette.
Spent an hour at the state's attorney's office. Then I went and grabbed Fred's
That
my
works.
daughter, and we drove over because Mr. Hales had alleged that I had made a conversation with some woman that I've never heard of at a battered women's shelter, and that in this conversation, which was
I'm going to object to the hearsay at this point.
conversation,
Sustain.
I can't talk about it,
No.
No,
No.
that's what that means.
so I can't defend myself. Tell you what happened.
You cannot tell me what somebody else told you. That is hearsay.
Okay. Mr. Hales made a report at the police department that I had in this conversation called George a dirty name and called him a dirty name. I was talking to the deputy, a deputy at the sheriff's department. He said, bring your phone over to me. I want to see what you're talking about. And you come over and show it to me. And I said, absolutely. So we left the courthouse, clerk of courts, and we went over to the sheriff's department to show the deputy my phone to show that did not come from my
Okay,
phone.
that was Jeremy or
It was
Jeremy's lawyer.
created. It was not
Yeah.
mine. I never did it, never made that. Don't even know a lady at the battered women's shelter. I've never gotten any money from any lady at a battered women's shelter. It was fake. So I drove over there to show the deputy. They came out the door.
They who?
And I backed.
They.
Jeremy and George walked out the door filming. Okay. I backed out of the parking spot, in the handicap spot. And the deputy came out to us, a really nice deputy, and he said, could you do me a favor and park over to the left? Not
Hey, what's up,
to the
Hales?
right Where Mr. Hales and his trailer was. I was never parked by their trailer, ever. The deputy would not allow that.
But
To be fair, it does look as if in that video that she was driving very slowly. We can't say specifically she was parked.
yes, the vehicle was not in park. It was in drive and her foot was on the brake. She wasn't parked there.
I hate that I have to be the devil's advocate and be the like try and pull the tiniest shred of gold out of a beach of sand. Like, oh my god, woman, just shut the fuck up.
But you know, that's probably what she's thinking. I was never parked there. I was just sitting there idling in drive with my foot on the brake. I wasn't parked by the trailer.
No,
Just
I was
my truck was
stopped, but I was not
stationary.
parked because the car was technically still in motion. If she was in a, if look, let's face it, we know the road rules. If in the situation she had undone her seatbelt, would she be ticketed for not wearing a seatbelt while operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Then technically she's not parked.
Yes.
If the car is still in motion, and in her sick, twisted head, she's sitting there going, "I wasn't parked."
Yeah. She's a sovereign citizen. She was a traveler on the land.
Oh, don't
ground.
you start that shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Bill Clinton. It depends on what your definition of park is. Yeah. So, yeah. See, she's clever. She's smart. She'd make a really good lawyer in real life. No, Your Honor, my client wasn't parking. He just wasn't moving. No, Your
Someone
Honor,
said- Someone said I sound like Muttley.
Yeah, I get that a lot. No, Your Honor, my client was not parked because his gear was engaged in drive. You can't be in drive and park at the same time.
I'll tell that to Tesla. Did you see that?
Gotcha,
woman's
bitch.
taking him to court because a 2-year-old ran her over with her own car that was supposed to be off.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how the guy that played Chekhov in the new Star Trek movies died. He sort of pinned himself between his car and a mailbox, or a wall of some
To
sort.
be fair, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have left the car on with the door open and allow his 2-year-old to get into the driver's seat and run himself over.
No, he didn't have a 2-year-old in it. He just smashed himself. You can't even blame it on the 2-year-old. All right. Wow. We've got Jonathan Smith with a $10 super chat. Love the puppets and how much do we need to donate to make their lips move? Oh, Jeremy, that's what we saw Jeremy here in chat. That's what you need to do for the next thing, like those old creepy Johnny Quest cartoons and things, where it's just the cartoon with like the mouths moving.
Well, I mean, either
That's what
that
you
or get some like nutcrackers and like cut out the faces and stick them on so that the mouth moves. I mean, it's a little bit more effort, but you know.
No, see, I like because those always freaked the hell out of me when I was a kid. Those cartoons where just like they had like human mouths moving. Those always freaked me out. That's what they need to do for the next audio only hearing. is just put like human lips moving in here. That'd be creepy. And thank you, Jonathan Smith. And Sandy Marcus says, Jeff, please explain what Preston is talking about because I'm lost. Not an effing clue. Ain't got a clue what she's on about. Not a clue. She's off in Lynette land, I guess. Oh. We're working on mouth movement for the next contempt of court hearing. That or sock puppets. That's tempting. You gotta have googly eyes. Got to put googly eyes on the sock puppets, though.
Because you can get so creative with the sock puppets too. I mean, so you're not using a likeness. You can make it look a little more turtlesque, a little more pond scummy, a little more.
Don't say turtlesque when it was with Lynette, because that reminds like some sort of turtlesque show.
Oh,
it's the Lynette's in their turtlesque show.
You can leave your shell on.
It's getting hot in here. Take off all your shells.
Dirty sock with 3 teeth.
I like big shells and I cannot lie. Anyway, boy, that was a ramble and a half off the beaten path. But see,
I told still made more sense than Lynette.
True that, as the kids say. True that. But there's so many good ideas, so many things that can be done here. I told Jeremy not too long ago that if this somehow gets resolved anytime in the foreseeable future, I'm moving in next door. I'm going to be husband number 8, and I'm going to stir some shit up just so we can keep this going.
I'll move in the other side and I'll be the crazy guy that dresses up as a Ninja Turtle.
Oh my Lord. All right. We got a lot of ground to cover still. There's a lot more crazy.
At least we're breaking it up with some laughs though, because oh my God.
That's just because I don't know what you're talking about. Jeremy's here. I want to show Jeremy the new tortoise video I did, the new tortoise music video, but we don't want to interrupt the show here. Tell you what, chat. We'll put the chat. We'll put it up to the chat here. Chat one if you want to see the introductory tortoise. The tortoise video again, or 2 if you just want us to shut the hell up and get on with it. 1 for the video, 2 for the video. 1 for the video, 2 for shut up. 1 for the video, 2 for shut up.
You literally just did like the two-faced, 2-headed coin. 1 for the video, 2 for the video.
Heads I win, tails you lose. All right. We'll do it. Stop. Well, this is going to be 2 minutes. We got 911 people here and 690 likes. You've got 2 minutes for like 280 of you to hit that like button. So do that. Nobody unsubscribe. Everybody subscribe too. We're like 60, we're like 77 away from 75,500. Here comes the newest video in the video archives. 2 minutes, 1 minute and 50 seconds. I'll see you later.
In a field dim and smoky, Legal-Vices holds his glass. His eyes are bright and wary, not sure what's about to pass. The tortoise folk march slowly, armored shells upon their backs, while humans brandish swords and guns, ready for the attack. Legal-Vices chuckled down his whiskey, raised his glass high. Let's see who wins this mad affair, he mumbled with a sigh. Oh, the battle of Tortoise Farm, a clash of worlds so strange. Tortoises fighting humans, oh, who will win the day? The tortoises advance, their pace deliberate and slow, their ancient wisdom guiding them, hearts steady as they go. But the humans charge like thunder, fueled by their rage and pride. Their battle cries echo loudly across the countryside. Legal-Vices leaned back, with his eyes half closed, and he grinned. Life's a curious petting zoo, he whispered to the wind. Oh, the battle of Tortoise Farm, a clash of worlds so strange. Tortoises fighting humans, oh, who will win the day? The tortoises were forced backward, shells clashing in retreat, while humans pressed forward, the taste of victory so sweet. Legal-Vices chuckled softly, he drained his glass and sighed. Cheers to the absurdity of life, he chortled and cried.
So there you go. That's the most recent tortoise related video that I made just before I went on air this morning. So anyway, let's and just as I suspected, about 30 people said WTF and bailed. All right, let's get on with it. We got a genius from the Hales. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
I pulled all the family right. He told me that they were leaving soon and that he would be right back with me if I would just sit tight. So we sat in the space that the deputy told me to sit in. We finished eating our lunch. They did their thing.
Is there nowhere else to eat lunch in entirety of Levy County than the parking lot of the sheriff's office? Is that the only
the most interesting place to do it? I don't know.
Good Lord.
Maybe it's no. Hang on. Devil's advocate. Maybe it's a favorite pastime to sit in the back of the truck and watch the people get arrested and walk in. I don't know.
It could be.
He came back out and came out and watched the video that I had showed him and watched what we had to say and did his thing and we left. We never knew that they were going to be there and we did not park by their vehicle. We followed the directions of the Levy County deputies that came outside and we moved over to the right. No one came out and said, you can't be here, you have to leave. That is not true. That is a blatant lie. So we did not. We have followed this to a T because of my own order. I'm not going to do something that is going to end my own protected order. Then we're terrified of this man and his fans.
We're terrified of this man and his fans. And as soon as we saw him, we parked and ate lunch right next to him.
And then as soon as the person didn't come out to tell me to move, I decided to move around the other side of the car park and not actually park, just keep my foot on the brake.
And then I parked next to him in the post office and went in and went back out again.
And it's not as if there's any video that proves that any of this that I'm saying is a lie.
He has been threatened with AK-47s. He has been threatened with.
Objection, move to strike.
Okay,
What?
hold on.
It was what?
AK-47s come from?
Wait, what? Fans, we've been threatened with AK-47s. I actually know this story, and she's not really telling the truth. I'm sure it's going to be explained here real quickly. That's funny.
Objection, move to strike.
Okay, hold on. Stop. Sustained.
Stop.
There is no indication. I don't know who you were talking about. You say we were threatened. You need to indicate who.
As Jeremy says to be extremely clear, she had no temporary injunction when these incidents happened. We had permanent civil protection orders on her. Well, that makes her story even more wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought she had the okay, let me read that again. She had no okay, I thought she had the temporary injunction order at the time these videos were taken, but she only had it at the time of the hearing. So, all right, got it. I'm up to speed now.
And keeping in mind that I am going to sustain another objection unless what you're testifying to has something to do with Mr. Hale's motion for contempt that he has filed.
Oh, this is like the Minority Report. She's from the Bureau, the Bureau of pre-objection. all our three mutants in the fish tank in the other room have determined that you're more likely than not to say something stupid and objectionable in the next minute. So you're being nailed with the pre-objection crime.
Oh my god, does this mean we're going to see a Red Bull and there's going to be an objection of passion? Oh, come on. That was funny. Do you even remember the movie?
Yes. I was trying not to laugh.
Oh, you're an ass.
I couldn't help it. All right.
In my court proceeding, while we were in court with Judge DeThomasis, I had shown the judge a paper which I have here, if you want to.
I'm going to object to this for the same relevance here.
Okay. Sustained. I do not find that the court proceedings with the protection order that you have filed against Mr. Hales in Florida is relevant to these proceedings here today.
It is because he says that the temporary order was given to him for, if you could please refresh my memory, Judge, why did you say the TPO was given? Because,
What?
Okay, ma'am, I do not find that is relevant, A. B, it is not my responsibility to refresh your recollection on testimony that was given.
Objection here. Okay.
Okay. Ms. Preston?
Oh my God, shut up.
She's gonna, irrespective of the fact that this is a contempt hearing, she should be in contempt now for ignoring the judge.
Wait for you. That his family is going to stand across the street from my house with AK-47 pointed at my house. It's in the court documentation in Florida, and I have the video right now with me if I have to play it for you as well.
No. So, Ms. Preston, I have told you repeatedly that this court is not here to make any determinations related to any sort of protection order that you may have filed in Florida against Mr. Hales. It is very possible in the world that we live in that there could be competing protection orders, that there could be a protection order in Ohio with Mr. Hales as the protected party, and that there could be a protection order in Florida with you as the protected party. This court only cares about this protection order and about this motion for contempt. So please do not talk about the Florida case unless for some reason, somehow, it is directly relevant to this motion for contempt that has been filed.
I'm dying here. You can just see the wheels turning in the judge's head. Like, how can I explain this at such a basic level that she's gonna understand that I don't care about her protective order? We're only worried about her violating his. I don't know how to make her see this. You can just see the judge going, okay, in a world with competing protection orders, it's theoretically possible out in some quantum universe where there might actually be two different. She's trying so hard to explain this to a brick frickin' wall. Oh my God. Oh, that was killing me. How do I explain to this potato that oh God. Sorry, Chad. I was losing it there. Oh, my face hurts now. All right, let's continue. We've got about 15 more minutes.
Isn't it relevant since Mr. Hales said that the TPO was given for a certain reason, and I'm trying to show you that that is not true, that it was given for another reason?
Honestly, I don't care what Mr. Hales thinks the reason is that the protection order was given. I don't care what you think the reason is for the protection order. The only thing that I would care about in the question that I asked was, what is the status of the protection order? I care about what Mr. Hales said was that the protection order was granted. That's all I care about. So move on.
So next thing is, he says that those writings came from the heart of Otter Creek. I would like to show you.
Oh God.
My heart of Otter Creek is for me to express Christian things into the community, and it is also to at times defend myself if we're having a problem with a lot of hate mail or a lot of people threatening my daughter, because there are several hate groups.
Oh, fuck off.
The things that they're saying to do are horrendous. So he showed the one where it says the lies of life. That wasn't for him. That was for my ex-husband. I wrote that because of something that John and I were dealing with, not Mr. Hales. Well, that had nothing to do with him.
Well, this has nothing to do with the hearing.
Never came from the group, and I'm willing right now to open it up. I allow no comments, none. Nobody can comment, nobody, on anything I post on the Heart of Otter Creek. Nobody. But me. They can't comment on it. They can't make a statement about it. Nothing. And
Oh my God, wake me up when she said something intelligible or relevant.
So I'm trying to show you that what you're seeing, they're not real. They're created. And I'm willing to open up the heart and go one by one. There's not very many things on it, and show you that not one of those things that they're showing is there. Not one. Because if nobody can comment, how can that look? Most things that are posted look like comments. You don't look like what is posted on my group. The Heart of Otter Creek is not for that.
The Heart of Otter Creek is still beating in
If
Cleveland.
a fan or Mr.
Can we
Hales
comment on that when she takes a breath too?
about us daily.
In about an hour?
A lie, and all of a sudden I'm getting 10,000 messages saying, you're a liar, you're a VIP, you need to go to jail, you're a filthy human being, your child needs taken away. I might say, I did not ever do this. I might say, I did never do that. It's wrong. It's a lie. Why do these people believe things you shouldn't? Why don't you ask me? Why don't you talk to me? Why don't you get to know me?
You realize she's inviting fans of What the Hales to communicate with her. She just testified under oath that she posts, why don't you talk to me? Why don't you get to know me? And yet she's going into court saying she's scared to death of these fans. By the way, everything we're showing is things she's posted that she's then deleted, right?
Hmm.
And by her own testimony, yet again under oath, she's the only one. Nobody else can comment, can post, but her.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, we got the receipts. We even have screenshots of her stating that she's been deleting things.
Why do you follow blindly and hurt people? And never once have I said Mr. Hale's name. Never once. And he says the same thing. I've never posted anything about him on here. And it's open. I will open it up. I have offered the Levy County Sheriff's Department my laptop, my tablets, my phone. We've offered them everything. The deputies have gone through my phone. Deputy Beecham, Under Sheriff Beecham, has gone through my phone with looking at everything in it. He's looked through everything. He said there's nothing
Objection
here.
here, Senator Strike.
Sustained. And ma'am, I'm going to ask you to move on. I do not and will not permit you to show me a Facebook page with what is on it currently. It is up to this court to determine the credibility of the witness that testified, as well as the veracity of the exhibits that are to be admitted. So it is up to this court to determine whether I believe that those posts are real or not. So, and I will take into consideration the testimony and evidence that I have been given. So please move on.
Before she moves on, before we enter the home stretch in the last 10 minutes here, we'll get through a couple of super chats. Well, first of all, Bifron just says Xanax and stuff.
I'm gonna need something stronger.
Joe Pottinger says, "I'm losing the will to live. Someone, please make it stop." And Loudly Ducky with a $5 super chat says, "I cannot handle 10 feet, the 10-foot pole anymore. You've burned that image in my brain. And now every time I hear a 10-foot pole, all I see is that dude." For those of you that missed it, we suggested that rather than just, driving alongside and saying 10 feet, that Jeremy should actually get a 10-foot pole, which led to through just the only time my brain can really work improperly. That ultimately led to this.
Oh,
this is 10 feet. This is what happens when you yell 10 feet. This needs to happen. $10 feet. That's just all that needs to happen. And I promise, no matter what, I will never show that video ever again on this channel.
Oh, you're lying. You love that far too much for that to be the last time.
That's probably going to be a permanent clip.
Exactly.
All right. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right. Not 15, 10. All right, let's go. Are y'all awake now?
I'm just going to tell you this right now, man. We're terrified of this man. We don't follow him. We don't leave our property. I go to the store and I go to doctor's appointments for my daughter. I have a disabled child. I'm disabled. John is disabled. And now we're prisoners. We've even gone so far as to put kids, ugly, junky kids, up around our property.
I wasn't paying that close of attention.
Posting about us because every time he drives by and phones us, it is up to you. And we're not doing it.
We're not doing it anymore. Sorry.
There's no charges here against us whatsoever. But there are against you. There are
Objection, you're straight.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
Sustained. We've already talked about that.
The order.
Okay.
I'm not violating it because I don't want this to continue. You don't hate him. I never stopped Mr. Hales.
You just showed up loving him.
Well, geez, all I was going to say was you showed up at the post office 2 minutes after he gets to town. You park at the other end of the parking lot, you eat lunch next to him, you go to the post office and deal with it. And you know that he never leaves the house without George with him. You know where they are. You know, you don't stalk them at all, but hey,
Nope.
man, make it weird.
I'm the one that made it weird.
Weird. I'd rather watch some guy bang a pipe on a pole for an hour than hear anyone talk about they'll never stop loving each other or whatever it was you said. I can't quit you! Can you imagine that? Not nearly as romantic when she says it.
Here, and I have an email, but I need to know from you. I haven't
You need the shot collar.
proof that I never stopped Mr. Hales here, but she's terrified that if I don't redact her name, she will become a target of
Objection,
Mr.
legal
Hales.
strike.
So,
Ma'am, hold on.
Just show it to you.
Ma'am, I had already indicated to you that we are not reopening the original protection order. So I will not see that email, so you have no concerns as to the confidentiality of that email. I do not want to see it. We are not reopening the original petition. We are here only on the motion for contempt.
Your confidentiality will be
your testimony,
protected because
ma'am?
I don't give a crap.
I just
Pretty
wanted
much.
to say, I don't know if I've touched on everything. Those posts.
You haven't touched on anything.
Yeah. They're not on part of Otter Creek. I would not do that because I do not want this to continue. I want to get my order so my family can go back to just being us. Mr. Hales is making money off of us. We don't make.
Then sell the gladiator and get the fuck out of Otter Creek. It's that easy.
These things on YouTube and on Facebook, and Mr. Hales does. He makes thousands of dollars off of what he's posting on YouTube every day.
Objection.
Hold on. Sustain.
That's a defeated lawyer. that's an oh dear God lawyers. Objection. That's a guy who's just.
I don't really know what to do with this anymore.
Oh no.
Move on.
I've never made any money off of LIEnette Preston or John the Crook. They've tried to get my money. That's why they stalked me here to Otter Creek.
I have.
Now, I have spent a tremendous amount of money, which has adjusted all of my plans for the years where I've had to cut salaries and cut people because of that.
Cut people.
$125,000.
Jeremy, don't do that. That's a crime.
Yeah. I'll cut you. I'll cut you. don't cut people.
So far in legal fees with no end in sight. And if you want to help towards that, one of our fans, Debbie Vaughn, put together a GoFundMe, and we'll
Now she's going to go,
pin
Judge, I saw his
you'd like
video.
to fight
He said
for
he's
your
going to cut
rights as
people.
well for freedom of speech.
We did not know that she was at the post office. It was a completely innocent mishap. He said he was going to be in Ohio. They were meeting that night. I had no reason to think that they would be in the post office. It was not her car that was there. We saw Diana West.
Aside from their car parked out the front.
Yeah.
So Diana West is not included in your order. I did not know. It was a total fluke incident. I walked in, I walked out. We went to the sheriff's office because the deputies told us to.
Ma'am, we've already gone over this information. Unless you are going to give new testimony, I am going to conclude your testimony.
He walked in and I walked out.
We're not lawyers.
I want to
We're
do
doing
bad
this.
things with you.
Okay, so you are not giving me any new evidence. You are simply rehashing testimony that you have already given me. I will give you one opportunity. If there is any new or additional evidence that you have not already said that you feel you need to say.
Nothing. We're
Yeah.
We don't want to hurt Mr. Hales.
Okay, so that,
We hate him. We don't dislike him. We just want this stuff to stop.
So-
We're not get that alone.
so that concludes your testimony, correct?
She's cutting her off. She's just like, "Are you done? No, just no tears. Shut up."
Okay. Mr. Haller, do you have questions for this witness?
I will keep it very brief here. Ms. Preston, you've talked a lot about Heart of Otter Creek. Do you also have a Facebook group?
Standing in my trash. Wait, hold a second. She's disabled. He's disabled. Every animal is disabled. You know what? I'm not sure why it's called standing. It should be doing garbage angels in my trash.
Oh no.
Sitting in my trash works just as well.
I'm sorry, I misphrased. Yes, and none of that is on.
Yep, and no one else can post there, only you. You're the one who controls that page.
Exactly. And
Okay.
I'm
And in addition to that, Ms. Preston, you are the sole owner and the sole person who can testify, and very specifically, which was Exhibit A, which said a lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. The truth is the truth if nobody believes it. You admitted to posting.
my ex-husband, not Mr. Hales.
Ms. Preston, wait till the question is concluded, please.
You admitted that is your posting on there.
Yes, that one is.
And it just so happened you pulled into the police station, the sheriff's station, the same exact day that Mr. Hales was there. Is that correct?
That I what?
You were at the sheriff's station the same day Mr. Hales arrived there.
Totally by accident.
So that's a
No
yes.
one knew.
Yes or no, you were there.
Totally by accident.
And
Ma'am, can you
Yes
answer
or
the
no?
question, yes or no?
Hammer on it.
Yes, we ended up
Yes.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were at the post office when Miss Risk was there as well.
Totally again.
Yes.
I did. But I
Okay.
did not want to.
Okay. And in addition to this and going to doctor's appointments, you're also running for a position on city council. Is that correct?
No,
Oh,
I'm
dear
not.
God.
I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that yet. All I did was put in a letter saying that I might.
So you've publicly expressed interest in running for it, though.
I did not. fill out
Oh,
the
I see where he's going with
application
this.
yet. No, I did not.
Okay, but you publicly put in a letter saying you had interest in running for the position.
I did until I found out that it could interfere with my order, yes, so I did not fill out the application.
Nothing
Mm.
further.
All right, thank you. Ms. Preston, do you have any witnesses that you were calling on your behalf?
I don't, because I was looking for a continuance.
Okay, so at this point in time, we are going to discuss exhibits. Mr. Heller, you are moving to admit the exhibits you presented, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Preston, we have discussed these exhibits. You saw them on the screen. Do you have a specific objection to any of the exhibits?
Well, yes, I can't even read.
That's not what it-
I have no clue what it says.
Okay, and that was exhibit F.
But, huh?
That was exhibit F, correct?
Yes, but the one that has some like decorated stuff on it, I don't even know what that says.
Okay, and I agree with you. I am going to strike that exhibit. I find that it is
Ooh.
not readable in any manner.
She got a win. Chalk one up for Lynette. She got it. She got some evidence thrown out.
Any
To be
other,
fair,
any
Jeremy
other
got all of their testimony
objections?
thrown out, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that says a lie is a lie, that was not for Mr. Hales, that was for my ex. My ex-husband and I had a lot of problems, a lot, and that was about him.
Under oath, she gave testimony that she created this page to debunk, to defend herself against the lies that I put out there against her. Wait, to my fans. She's literally telling the judge under oath that her ex-husband, John Crook, is a fan of What the Hales. He wants my nice, clean 2-inch pipe.
Oh, no.
Okay,
That was not about
Oh.
at all.
so the court is going,
Sometimes I just post things
please, stop.
that I see.
Stop, please stop. So at this point in time, the court is going to admit the exhibits with the exception of exhibit F, which we have discussed is not readable. Based, no,
And that other one.
no, It's my turn to talk.
Oh,
So
no.
the court is going to admit the exhibit.
The judge has the talking gavel. The judge, she has the talking gavel.
Bonk.
When it's your turn, she'll pass the talking gavel to you.
Don't give her a weapon in court.
I appreciate that Ms. Preston has an objection to the admission of Exhibit B, which is what Ms. Preston indicates was a message or a meme that she meant to send to her ex-husband. Again, as I have said repeatedly, it is this court's role to determine credibility. So the court will determine whether or not it finds that evidence to be relevant. And if I find it to be relevant, then I will include it in my order. If I find it not to be relevant, then I will state that in my order. So I will admit exhibits, I think it was A, B, C, D, E, E, and then.
There was one of them
Shut
I
up.
objected to already though, ma'am.
Which one?
The one that he said came up of, that's made up, that those look like messenger things. You know, when you respond to a post, I don't allow responses, so those are not on, they're not on there.
Ms. Preston, I have said this before, I will say it again. It is up to the court to determine credibility. It is up to the court to determine when I am looking at evidence, whether I find that evidence to be A, relevant, and B, authentic or authenticated. So that is my job. So I appreciate that you have made that objection. That objection is overruled. I am taking into evidence the evidence that I have discussed from plaintiff. Mr. Heller, is there anything you feel you need to say based on what I've just done?
No, I will submit an affidavit with my hours spent on this matter for the contempt, should the court grant attorney's fees. We are asking for attorney's fees as a sanction in this, as I've had to spend more than 10 hours in this matter, and I'll submit that to the court as a supplementary exhibit.
Okay, you may do so. As far as defendant's exhibits, we discussed video A and video B as Preston videos. Ma'am, as we discussed during the hearing, you have the opportunity to submit those videos to the court on or before January 16th in order for the court to take those into consideration in connection with your defense of this motion for contempt. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Heller, anything you want to say on the admission of defendant's exhibits?
I object to exhibit B, which was the video taken from the YouTube with large swaths of content that were not related to the post office incident. Our exhibit, which is our video exhibit, is the uncut footage from the post office, and I believe sufficient and not duplicative.
The court will consider all of the evidence that it has in front of it, so your objection is overruled. All right, so that concludes this hearing. The court is going to take this matter under consideration. It will issue a written decision that all parties will be served with a copy of. So, Ms. Preston, that concludes your hearing. Do you know if Mr. Hales is planning to join for his hearing?
Mr. Cook.
Mr. Cook, my apologies to all.
I'll go get him. I have to go get him.
I'll go get him. Oh no, that's what the
That's what
third
the next
part
one is.
is. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Wow, we'll get to that probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. This is the problem. We have the what the Hales stuff going on. We've got the Clayton Echard tonsil twins thing going on. We have two ridiculous things going on actively at the same time. And I so want to cover both of them all the time, but I can't. I can't. I can't do one all the time because then the other one I get behind on, and then there's other stuff that comes up. So yeah, all right, well, I guess we're kind of done here. Got 30 seconds left.
If you thought this hearing was crazy, once John Crook gets in front of this judge, he admits he's in the road, breaking the civil protection order, saying, suck my, but he says that to LIEnette. Just wait and see.
Wow. All right. That's shaping up to be a an interesting hearing. Wow. All right. Well, that brings us to a conclusion for today. Wow. We got through that. So I guess what was the ruling? The judge said she would issue her ruling. What was the ruling?
Yes, she'd issue a written ruling, and I can guarantee you right now, she's going to go through at least 2 bottles of red writing that judgment.
So what was the decision? Was she held in contempt?
She just said she was going to take it all into
Well, this was in
consideration.
January, so this was January 10th. So the order's
You know,
already
I only
come
take it based on what we've watched.
Yeah.
If chat want to ruin it for me, go for it.
Yeah, what was the ruling? Y'all stop. What was the actual ruling? I don't know. Oh, it says the Crook one is the funniest. Oh no, I don't know if I can handle something that was funnier than this one. This was 2 days of insanity. Nobody's in jail, so what do you think the ruling? Jail is not always the answer for a contempt finding. It can be nothing. It can be attorney's fees. It can be a fine. It can be a slap on the wrist. It can be whatever. Oh, we don't know yet. That's a long time to wait.
Oh, look at that! I'm vindicated.
Huh. All right. Anyway, tomorrow is John Cook. Not tomorrow.
Tuesday is John Cook.
Whatever.
Tomorrow is the witchcraft case.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this. We're gonna wrap up here real quick. We've got 935 people. 800. We just lost 100 people. YouTube is weird. All right, 832 of you. Stick around here. I'm going to tell you what's coming up for the next few days for me. We're going to let Ozzy talk about what's coming up for the next few days on him, and then we'll send you off on your own way. Don't miss this because we have some really, really, really awesome updates to do. But first, the super chats. Wizzy Wheels. We know she isn't disabled with lung issues. Yeah, her lungs seem to be working quite well. And Bad Doug with the $5. Jeff, will you be covering the soon-to-come Tortoise Twins case lineup versus the Ohio Corn Cob for corn support? I hate everything about that sentence. Both of them. Thank you so much, Bad Duck. All right. Okay. Awesome Blossoms. Okay, what the hell says we have not released the rulings yet. Ooh. Ooh. Tidbits. All right. Yeah. Well, here's what's coming up for me in the next little while. Tomorrow is every Thursday we do a retro trial. This is the trial of Donald Hartung, who was accused of murdering his 2 half-brothers and his mother. And he's an older guy. He was in his 50s, late 50s when the murders were committed, I believe. He was accused of murdering his two stepbrothers and his mother in allegedly a witchcraft or ritualistic manner. We haven't got to that part of it yet, but we've covered a lot of ground. So that's tomorrow. Don't miss that. It's really interesting. It's a trial from 2020 involving a murder that took place in 2015. Then Friday is F It Friday. Friday is where we just say F it. We throw caution to the wind. We have a great panel of guests on. And it's just a pure griftathon. That's all it is. So all 800 and however many of you are still here, assuming there's still 800, 700, all 794 of you, 781 of you that are still here. Come back on Friday, empty all your coffers, your coin purses, your piggy banks, and throw all your super chat money at me, because that's what the griftathon is all about. I grift hard one day a week, one day a month, just so we don't have to for the rest of the month. And every $100 that comes in, I do a shot of whiskey, and I'll explain how that all works. It's a really expensive bottle of high grade whiskey. And it's going to crush my soul. But while I do that, we have a great panel of guests. So far, the panel of guests lined up. There will be more, probably. Nate the lawyer, Steph the altar nerd, potentially criminal Sean, our very own Flux here, the House of Flux, Ari Jacob, Ozzy Overlord himself here, Jess, Moxie Dame, also Surly Durley on Twitter, Drex. If you don't know Drex, you'll be shocked and amused. Lady Law 5791. the MG Law, the very one that's right here in chat with us now. Nick Starro will be there as well. And our 3 latest additions, Danny on Direct, Anna, that Star Wars girl, and the always lovely and funny Lila Hart. More to be added. That's coming up on Friday. Monday is going to be either a Maritime Monday case or it will be it'll be a non-Maritime Monday, catching up on the Tonsil Twins case. Probably also Tuesday would be Tonsil Twins. So that'll take us up through the next week. Hayden Aussie Overlord, tell us about yourself and grift yourself, and we'll shut this thing down.
Fair enough. For those of you that don't know who I am a smart-ass Alec attorney from Melbourne, Australia. I have my own practice, and generally I just can't shut up. So I figured, why not start a YouTube channel, tell some stories, occasionally give some legal tidbits. As I said before, I try and give a little bit of, I try and shine a light on the cases that you don't usually see or hear anything about. For example, the horrifying case of the police sniper that took out a 2-year-old because he wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. Or, again, as I said, the guy that tried to rob a petrol station using what we've now determined to be a 3-foot snake. But, so we've got some things coming up. I'm starting to do 2 shows a day at the moment, roughly an hour each. But, things are looking good. And I will see you all across there. Thank you to everybody that has subbed recently. I'm 31,650. If I can make it to 32,000 at some stage, that'd be awesome.
Woo-hoo!
But I'm just happy to be going up in trajectory because for the longest time, for about 9 months, YouTube hated me. I'd go up 10, down 10, up 10, down 10, and just, tells the tale of the beast you slew to acquire the teeth on your hat. This hat, guys, the story of the hat is a specific video on my channel. You can feel free to watch it. Point is, this, ironically, made in America. So.
And I was standing right next to Hayden when he bought that hat, and he was standing right next to me when I bought this hat.
True.
It is. Make sure you get over there, subscribe to Aussie Overlord, myself. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I need 56 more subscribers to get me to 75,500. We're at 75,444 right now. We just need 56 more to get us to the 500 mark. And let us take a peek here at our like and subscribe poll. We're going to shut that down. Who will win the Battle of Tortoise Farm? That would either be 7% of you said a peace treaty will be signed. 10% of you say the humans will win. 32% say tortoises. And 50%, exactly half, say mutually assured destruction. That is the end of the poll and the end of our stream. Mods, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for doing your moddy best. Thank you, chat, for your support. The super chats, the monthly memberships, the purchase memberships, the membership chats. Thank you, chat, for being who you are, for keeping on the right side of the line, for having fun and keeping yourselves and us entertained. We'll see you tomorrow for the Donald Hartung trial. Same bat time, same bat channel, because today is International Bat Appreciation Day. I'm serious. Look it up. Until tomorrow, everybody, take care. One more time with the Vices War on the way out.
In a field dim and smoky, Nigel Vices holds his glass. His eyes are bright and wary, not sure what's about to pass. The tortoise folk march slowly, armored shells upon their backs, while humans brandish swords and guns, ready for the attack. Nigel Vices chuckled down his whiskey, raised his glass high. Let's see who wins this mad affair, he mumbled with a sigh. Oh, the battle of Tortoise Farm, a clash of worlds so strange. Tortoises fighting humans, oh, who will win the day? The tortoises advance, their pace deliberate and slow, their ancient wisdom guiding them, hearts steady as they go. But the humans charge like thunder, fueled by their rage and pride. Their battle cries echo loudly across the countryside. Nigel Vices leaned back, with his eyes half closed, and he grinned. Life's a curious petting zoo, he whispered to the wind. Oh, the battle of Tortoise Farm, clash of worlds so strange, tortoises fighting humans, or who will win the day? The tortoises were forced backward, shells clashing in retreat, while humans pressed forward, the taste of victory so sweet. Legal vices chuckled softly, he drained his glass and sighed. Cheers to the absurdity of life, he chortled and cried.